gonna jump down here, and then she did this thing. I don't know. I think she was trying to ride the edge to get me to fall off, but I got 1,000 hours in this game. Hello everybody, my name is Poggy, and today we're going to be doing ADEPT HAG. Now, ADEPT HAG simply means, and this is for all killers by the way, ADEPT just means that you play with only the perks that they come with. In other words, for HAG, we're going to be using all of her hex perks. This is actually one of the interesting things about HAG, is that literally all of her ADEPT perks are all hex totems, which means they're all a gamble. And that really sucks. And at first I thought, maybe we'll get into this, we'll start recording, and 1 or 2 matches we'll get the achievable. Nope, that's not at all how it went. So I actually recorded like maybe 3 hours of footage. I'm going to be narrating over the last game, which is actually the game that went well. And we actually got the achievement. It was actually way harder than I thought it would be, because literally for most of the matches I was perkless because people were just finding all the totems. Anyway, let's just get into it. So this is the map that we ended up with, Gas Haven? Whatever. Anyway, so I was saying, doing the Adept achievement is hard, but it's not hard simply because you have to get a 4K or a 3K. It's hard because, at least in red ranks anyway, you have to get Merciless Killer in order to also get the achievement Adept. So you can't just use the perks. Now, I could have brought add-ons, but I think for my own personal way of going about the achievement, I decided not to do that and just went with her perks. And so as you can see here, we find a, is that a Kate? Jill? Megan? Who is that? Anyway, we find her, we place a trap. At this point, we're just trying to corner her. As you can see, it does actually work, and we do get the hit. Now, what you'll notice is through a lot of this gameplay, I was pretty much in gamer mode, and that's kind of why I checked that locker. I was convinced somebody might have slipped into it as I was going over there, but apparently I was mistaken. However, I do get another trap triggered, and we were able to run over there really quickly to get the Claudette hit. She vaults this, which is good. We're actually getting, the whole point here is to get a lot of points, and the more points we get, the better we do, so that's more likely to get the achievement. So we wanted to get at least like 32,000 points, and that's hard to do with Adept. Fortunately, they're over here doing this generator. Unfortunately, I did miss that because she dead-hearted through me like a little bitch, but she did get down. And Claudette, I'm not sure what Claudette's doing. I thought she was going to jump down here, and then she did this thing. I don't know. I think she was trying to ride the edge to get me to fall off, but I got 1,000 hours in this game. I'm not going to just fall off an edge of a map like that. So we get 2 downs here for the price of 1 generator, which to me was kind of worth it. At least I thought at the time, and I guess I was right because I did actually get the achievement. As you can see, there is another generator that got done, which is not unusual on HAG. As HAG, you're going to be playing a lot of games where you just get 2 or 3 gens done like very fast, and you just have to be okay with that and work through it because you want to just be setting up your web. And as you can see, I haven't fully set up my web. I have 6 traps still on me, but I traded it for some downs, and instead we're going to build our web now. Like, we're going to start building our web after this down here.
I will never let go, Jack.
So we it a 1-for-1 basement hook there, which actually wasn't a bad trade-off. I was okay with that. Seemed like a good thing at the time, and it worked out. And basically, we just trap up the whole shack now, and that becomes my little killer shack that we go back to if we need to. Now, do be aware that just because I'm trapping basement and all that doesn't mean I'm going to be necessarily taking the teleport every single time. There are some cases where I don't. Most of the time I do, but there are cases where I'm like immediately in a chase and about to down someone, and so I will just ignore the teleport. In this case, I missed the shot here, and they both get away. But I refuse to buy into the, I know she has borrowed time, and I don't want to take the hit, so I'm just going to squeeze in on her and keep close so I can get the down on the other Claudette who got the save. And I do get the save. We do lose our basement area, but at the same time, that still is down, so I'll take it. It's worth it. And as you can see there, we're able to get a really quick down from somebody going for that generator, which means that our web was working. But we do need to expand our web a bit more, and I don't really do a whole lot of that in this match, unfortunately. But it actually goes pretty well. So we do have 7 in our pocket right now, which is a lot of traps to be holding on to. That means there's only 3 on the board. Now there's 2, because I just hit the, well, I was trying to hit the Claudette, but I hit the Nia instead. So as you can see, she gets away, which is fine. But I was trying to hit the Claudette. I thought she was going to go for the other hook, and she didn't. Or maybe she was going to bomb it. I'm not sure. Perhaps she changed her mind when she realized I was still chasing her. So I didn't catch the Nia. But everybody is injured. One person needs to mend, so nobody's really doing generators right this very second, and that buys me time to go hunting and maybe drop some traps around the map. I find this Claudette, and I went ahead and downed her. I'm pretty sure she has DS, so I leave her there. I'm not completely sure about that. I may have made a mistake there. Maybe she didn't have DS. But either way, I went ahead and went for the other Claudette because I figured, she's right there, why not? At least we know where she is. At this point, I have no totems left, which was not unusual in these games, by the way. So I'm pretty sure the Claudette went back here, so I'm going to follow back here, see if I can't get the hit. And I thought she was going to pull that down, but I think she got a little bit greedy with that. And just maybe had a high ping or something, but I'm pretty sure she got greedy. I know they're going to go get her up at some point. I don't know when, but I know that's their plan at some point. I think that I should have put a trap maybe in this door or inside a little bit more. I think I was going to, but then I kept getting sidetracked. Because I know they were working on that generator inside the auto shop. I should have really put one in there. But hey, things kind of worked out. Oh, she kind of... Okay, she has borrowed time, so she takes the protection hit on her own. That's okay, we still have another down over here where we can get somebody up and put him on the hook. And the Claudette, I believe, is up now as well. The one that I downed on the other side. Just keep placing those traps. If you're a hag and you're not placing traps, you're doing it wrong. I have way too many traps in my hand right now. But at the same time, there's a good reason for it, because they keep tripping my existing traps. So there's no reason to really fret over the fact that I'm maybe holding onto a couple extra traps, and instead just like focus on getting as many downs as possible, as quickly as possible. But you do want to make sure that all your traps are not in your hand, because then you're really screwing yourself. The hag is a slow killer. She moves slower than every other killer, pretty much, except for her, perhaps Nurse. And her only ability is to teleport with her traps, so you have to utilize that. So as you can see, still 3 gens, and at this point we've held down those 3 gens for quite some time, and we're able to secure a kill, which is fantastic. So what I was doing there, if you're wondering, I was actually trying to remember, like, where did I last see them? And I'm like, okay, I think they're in the back where the Claudette was being healed first, and they're probably working on that corner gen. At this point, I hear the gen, and I know that I probably can't protect it because it's too far away from the other ones. But I am going to at least try. I'm looking around because I could swear somebody else might have been here, but of course I was mistaken. Or was I? There's a Claudette here. So I tried to go for the Claudette, but unfortunately she's just a little too slippery for me. However, somebody else does get another gen done across the map. But again, we got a kill for that, so it was totally worth it. Unfortunately, the size of this map will make it very difficult to micromanage that last gen in the corner, and I realize this by this point, so I'm just kind of hopeful to keep these gens disrupted. I swing there not to actually swing and hit. I wasn't trying to get the hit. I was trying to get her to drop the pallet. It didn't work, and I did manage to put a trap there, and I put another trap behind her as well, hoping that maybe I can catch her coming back around. So now we have this building pretty much fully trapped up. We do manage to get a hit on I guess that was a Nia, and I don't think that's a Nia. I don't know. Her name doesn't matter. She's gonna die. That's all that matters. Unfortunately, the Kate, I believe it was, managed to get rid of all my other... I don't really know what these people's names are. She managed to get rid of all my other traps that were in the building, which means now I'm backed up to 8 traps now that I'm holding on to, but we do get a basement hook from it, and a basement hook is not a bad trade there. Of course, by this point, I realized, oh, I've already hooked her 2 times, and that was dead on hook, but it didn't matter because we were right next to basement anyway. That being said, we go on the chase and we continue, and we can see that there's only these 3 gens, and they're all pretty close together, so I'm thinking I might be able to pull out a 4K here. It'll be tricky. If they're over there looking for a key or know where hatch is by this point, I could be screwed. But I have to just maintain the idea that they might not be aware of this. Unfortunately, she gets that before I finish doing the other trap. However, we do get her here, and we're able to secure oh, never mind. Able to secure a hit. There we go. Apparently, I just whiffed one of them. Now, what's actually interesting is that by whiffing some of your attacks, you can actually get more points in the deviousness category. So maybe that contributed to my win here. That's a very strong maybe, though. So they're over there working on that gen. I can hear it's pretty far along. I have to stop them now. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, by this point I realized there's a good chance they could actually get a save here, get them both back up, finish the gen and get out. So I decide what I'm going to do is kick the gen and mark it, so that way it starts regressing. Just to buy me a little bit of extra time, because I don't think the Claudette has Unbreakable, and I don't think she's going to be able to get back to it to start degressing it. Progressing it? Whatever. De-regressing. I'm trying to place a trap here. And the game just doesn't like to place traps in some spots. It's weird. This person apparently got something stuck on their W key, so they just keep moving. She does do a dead hard here, which is a little bit frustrating, but we are able to get them down here, I believe, and yeah, that's pretty much GG at this point. So that is by far the hardest challenge I've done to date on this channel, and I hope to do a lot more of them. So if you're interested in this series, let me know in the comments below what killer you want to see me do next. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss these videos. There's also a playlist you can see on the eye on the screen. Take care. Thanks for watching.